This is a reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 21. The human mind may devise many plans, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will be established. So, if you're like me, if you're a human, you probably had frets about the future. I'll just lay out like an example real quick, and then we'll connect it to a metaphor explaining how you can find more peace with the future plans, living in the moment, all that stuff. So I'm in college, my third year. Next year is my last year. And the closer I get to graduation, the more and more I'm worried about the future. So oftentimes I'll be walking to school, driving the car, going somewhere, and I'll be worried about the future, what I'm going to do after graduation, something like that. And I've realized is when I'm walking, like my campus is beautiful. My college campus in the States is beautiful. But walking through it, I'm not concerned with the beauty. I'm not looking at the trees. I'm not looking at the birds. I'm not looking at the beautifully kept grass lawns, whatever, stuff like that. I'm worried. I'm like, oh shit, like, what am I going to do after graduation? How am I going to, raise a family? How am I going to make money? I don't really know exactly what I want to do, where I want to go, yada, yada, yada. All these questions in my mind. And to be honest, I don't really need to answer them yet. But I'm still there, and I'm still like deeply considering these on my walk, and I'm not enjoying the walk. I'm not taking in the beauty around me. Here's a bit of a metaphor or story that kind of like makes this easier. Imagine you're a kid. You're like 8 years old, and you're in an aquarium, and you're walking through the aquarium with your parents. And you don't really know where you're going. Like maybe you're holding your mom's hand, and you're worried. You're like, oh shoot, like I've never been in this aquarium before. And you're focused on like where your mom is taking you. And you're like looking at her hand, you're like, and then you're asking questions. You're like, Mom, like, when are we gonna eat? Like, is there a bathroom? Like, where are we gonna go next? What's going on? When are we going home? What's the next exhibit? Where are we? And these are good questions to ask to an extent. Like, it's good to know, okay, you're in an aquarium. But once you're in an aquarium and you're able to look around and see what's around you, like these beautiful fish, once you know where you are, there's less of an emphasis you should put on where you're going, on clinging to your mom's hand, like looking at that and asking so many questions. Because if you're so focused on what is the next exhibit, what are we doing after this, yada yada, you don't take time to look at the fish. You don't take time to look at the beauty around you and be in the present moment. You don't take time to appreciate what God has put in front of you when you're so concerned over what is coming next. There's other, great Bible verses about this. Matthew 6, Sermon on the Mount. Don't worry about tomorrow, for today's trouble is enough for today. But there's sort of this idea of presence. And again, kind of like I said at the start, I'm not, negating against the idea of having a rough estimate or compass of what direction you want to head to. But especially once you pick the direction, and especially once you're in a place that like you're going to make it through, like once you enter college, like you're going to graduate college, that's your next step. And it's good to have some other idea after that, but it's not going to be certain because you're not there yet. And similarly with the metaphor I'm evoking here, once you're in the aquarium, like something else is going to happen after that. But like trying to grasp all the nitty-gritty details, or more importantly, or catastrophically trying to fret over every single next step, devoids all of the joy of the present moment. So next time you're walking, driving or whatever, beautiful area, and you're worried about where is God going to take you? What is this next step in my life? Think of this idea of the kid in the aquarium, where one kid, he's in the present. He's enthralled by the fishes. He's able to appreciate the beauty of the fish. He's able to enjoy the aquarium. And then the other kid who's worried about where is he going next? He keeps looking at his mom's hand, holding him through the corridors, and he's not even looking at the fish. Two different ways to live our life. Trust God that he will lead you to the future where he needs you to be. That's it. God bless.